Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Josh's Corner, where I answer real estate questions for you. A question that keeps popping up over and over is, how accurate is my home value that I'm getting from these public websites? Two of the most common public websites that we as homeowners have been destined to go to for years and years and years is Zillow and Redfin. When we go to Zillow, for example, and we pull our home value, or you plug in your address and it tells you what your home value is, you'll see a Z estimate, or a Zestimate as many of us refer to. It'll give you a value that they feel based on their algorithm that your home is worth. Then if you look down a little further, it will show you a value range, and that range can go anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 window. That's because Zillow doesn't have an actual appraiser that's going to show up to your home to give you a real-time value of exactly what your property is worth based on your amenities, based on having a pool, a landscape backyard, an in-law unit, etc. Then if you head on over to Redfin, you might get a 100% completely different value and a range. So how do you know what your value really is? Well, first, let's travel back in time a little bit to 2020 when COVID first presented itself as a positive, if you will, to the real estate community. Home values went through the roof. The reason why home values went through the roof is because the feds had reduced mortgage rates so substantially that affordability was typically for everybody. So the average family that normally couldn't buy a home at 5-6% mortgage rate could afford to buy a home at the 2.75-3% mortgage rates that we were seeing. That allowed buyers to significantly offer a ton of money over what the sellers were listing their homes for. As a result, values continued to spike month after month. In fact, it seemed hour after hour that values continued to increase. The problem that we have is that there is no algorithm, if you will, on any website other than an appraiser that can give you an actual value of what your home is worth, hence the value ranges. Those value ranges are a good starting point, but unfortunately, they're still very, very inaccurate, and I would say misleading in many cases. The reason why is this. Because the algorithm can't keep up with last month's data, meaning home values during COVID, follow me for a moment, during COVID, home value, a property was listed at $500,000, 4 properties listed at $500,000. Each one of these homes were, let's just say, neighboring each other. The first house sold for $600,000, $100,000 over asking price. Well, by the time the algorithm on these public websites caught up to tell you that your home was worth $600,000, because that's what the last one sold for, the neighbor number 2 sold for $650,000. And then neighbor number 3 in the same month sold for $700,000. And then neighbor number 4 sold for $800,000. So by the time that someone's checking their value, when home prices are selling at $800,000 now in the marketplace, the algorithm is still showing $650,000, maybe even $700,000. So there was no way during COVID, for that 2-year real estate run that we had, that gift, as I will call it, of equity that we as homeowners have been blessed with seeing, there was no way for the algorithm to keep up. It couldn't keep up because home values were moving at a way too fast of a pace. So let's bring it back to the question at hand. How accurate is my home value? Unfortunately, there is not a 100% guarantee of what your home value is going to be. For example, you can hire an appraiser to come out and give you his or her opinion of the value of your home for today. But by the time you have your home ready and listed for sale, the market will have shifted again, and your value will not be what it was 30 days prior. Case in point, your value is not the same today as it was 30 days ago. And it sure isn't the same value as it was 30 days ago as it was, are you ready? A year ago. The trend is your values are coming down, and they will continue to come down. So rather than focus, and here's the whole point to me talking to you right now, rather than you focus on what your value is today, what I want to offer is a tool something that the banks can't stand that I'm giving away for free. It's a way for you to track your home equity value. Watch this. Instead of worrying about what your home value is right now because you're frustrated that you didn't make a move 30 days ago, or you're really frustrated you didn't make a move 90 days ago, instead of worrying about what the value is right now, why don't you download your free home equity statement, which not only gives you the most accurate value that you can have, but it allows you to track your home equity, which means this: when the market's going up, you'll see that your home value is going up through your home equity statement tracking tool. And as the market goes down, you will be able to track through your home equity statement tool the value as it trends. That is the most important thing I can give to you as a homeowner. Even if you're not wanting to sell right now, or maybe you have no plans to sell for the next 6 to 12 months, or you have no plans to sell at all. The most responsible thing that you can do as a homeowner is to be able to track your equity during a good market, and to be able to track your equity during a not so good market as we're in right now. So instead of focusing on what's my value and how inaccurate your value is going to be across the board, track your equity. Follow the trend so that you as a homeowner can make an educated decision if and when that time comes. That time to sell your home may come a lot sooner than you think, or it may take forever for you to get to the point where you want or need to make a move. I'm often asked, when is the best time to sell my home? The reality is this: the best time to sell your home is when it makes the most sense in the market to sell your home. For example, a lot of families consider the best time to sell summer. Well, what happens is summertime is all the homeowners who are thinking the same thing as you decide somehow universally to sell their home. And so now, instead of you selling your home when there weren't very many homes on the market, like today, instead you're deciding to sell your home in summer when everybody else is also deciding to sell their home. So instead of you throwing your hat in the ring with, let's say, 25 other sellers, you're now deciding in the summer months to take your hat, throw it in the ring, and list your home for sale with 95 other sellers. So now there are 100 plus homes that are sitting on the market. And that gives buyers what? It gives buyers too much to choose from, which means they have lots of decisions to make, because they're not just going to choose 1 or 2 homes. They're going to go take their time week in and week out, and they're going to look for homes for sale. What does that mean for you? That means that your home sits on the market for a very long time, an abnormally long time, until the buyer is ready to make a decision. Well, during that time of waiting to make a decision, neighbor A sold for a lot less. Neighbor B sold for a lot less. Neighbor C sold for a lot less. And now when that buyer rolls back around to you, instead of that buyer saying, wow, I remember your home 30 days ago, and I know that your list price was $500,000 hypothetically, and now based on me waiting and looking, I'm now going to offer you what the market value is based on what your neighbors have sold for. So I'm going to give you $50,000 less. Waiting to sell your home is fine. The question you have to ask yourself is, if I wait too long, how much equity am I left to work with? Many of us in real estate will consider, and all of us should consider, our home as our greatest investment. Yes, our greatest investment. And we should treat it like that, like an investment. And as any investment goes, you want to follow, to be successful, the dollar cost average, correct? Which means you buy low and you sell high. Too many of us in real estate right now are following a completely different set of rules, where it's you buy low, wait, and sell low. Not really going to go in your favor. I'm going to encourage you to stop chasing the market. Stop gambling with your greatest asset, your biggest investment, and start asking yourself questions. When is the right time for me and my family to sell? What does the market look like in 30 days? What is the trend? What's the run rate for the next 60, 90 days, 6 months? If you know you need to make a move, I would encourage you to reach out to me so we can put your free real estate plan together. That doesn't necessarily mean we're putting a plan together so you have to sell today or tomorrow or 3 months from now, but we are going to put a plan together that will allow you to be able to track the value of your home, to know when you need to sell your home, and to know the greatest time to pull the trigger. In order to do that, I'm going to give you, are you ready? Your free home equity statement that you can download. It's in the description, in the links, and what I want you to do is go to www.seriousequity.com. You're going to put in your address, you're going to put in your phone number, and you're going to put in your email. In exchange, you are going to immediately be able to pull your home equity statement. Think about this. Every time the bank sends us a mortgage statement and we open it up, if you're anything like me, it's pretty depressing. It shows how much money I owe on the home. But the home equity statement never comes from the bank to show how much money I actually have. That's what I'm gifting you for free. You don't have to pay for it now. You'll never have to pay for it. In fact, you're going to get it sent to you automatically every 30 days without fail so that you can follow the trend and the run rate to know if and when you should ever make a move. My goal is to give you as much knowledge as I have on the market, whether it's a good market or a not so good market. Your job is to be able to reach out and respond to me and ask all the questions that you can. Every single one of us have a different story. All of our situations within these 4 walls are completely unique. We have the tool to put together for you a free real estate plan that's going to allow you and your family to protect your greatest investment. Please reach out to me at 209-688-5251, either text or phone call, or send me an email to josh@rogzoom.com. Until next time, I'll see you soon.